Ready? I want to start where I have the most significant color. And what I see where I have this most significant color is definitely in here. And definitely down in here and around there. And any places that, like, typically the center of our face. It's where we get most of our abuse on our face. Rubbing our noses. All right, so let me do that really quick. I'm going to do this. Do you see how this has a lot of color, but really and truly it's not everywhere. It's just really in this spot is the darkest, and this spot is the darkest. You really got to get in there and find the darkest point and just touch it there. And then here is a next darker. So this is definitely more than this one, and even here. So whatever has significant color, just say it's blue. It does look a little that it has a tinge of purple in it, so I'm just going to use yellow orange, and if it's wrong, you will notice it that it's wrong. So I'm just using something called yellow and orange together, yellow for the purple, orange for the blue, and I'm just touching in the darkest point. Okay, that played tricks on me. I looked one way and I thought, okay, where'd it go? Now do you see this is a darker point, and it's not as dark as the one I just got through doing. So I'm just going to use orange. It must not have any purple in it. What if you get it wrong? It's okay. You don't see the color? It's okay. I promise you. So I'm just touching right here. Look at that. Now, do you see how this is not as dark as what I thought it was to begin with? And it definitely looks really faint green, but I know it's a vein, so I'm going to say it's just blue. Okay, it looks green to me, but I know that's a vein. So, and I have loss of color there. So I know it's just going to be straight up blue. So I'm using a little bit of orange and a couple of dots. That is magic. Look at that. All right, now, so this is not as dark as I thought it was. Do you see it? It's just a little dark spot there. So that's definitely, I'm just going to use 01 orange in that darkest spot. See how it goes away? And then you'll be surprised how you learn your distractions. You learn them so fast. All right. And you touch and go. Touch and go. There's a little bit of mascara right there. I'm going to flip that off of there. All right. See this right here? See how that looks swampy? Okay, that's green. But because there's a shadow behind it, because it's in the hollow of my eye, I know it's blue-green, so I'm going to use red-orange, just the tiniest amount, that one little spot. Look at that, guys, look, the difference. Okay, now, what I used to think, I had all this awful color right here and all these off colors. I do have a hyperpigmentation there that looks very green, and this one, so I don't ever put everything all over my eyes, just where I see a darker H spot. See how this one's darker than that one? Well, this one's going to have blue in it, so I'm going to use the red, orange. Red for the green, orange for the blue. And you want to touch right on top of it. And if you don't, you'll see it. It makes a halo. It looks like it doesn't go away. Okay, that disappeared. All right, now I'm going to go right here. Do you see how these are fainter than that one? So those are just green. So I'm going to use just red because Christmas, it doesn't look red in the tin. It looks pink in the tin. So I'm just touching those couple little freckles. And what you're going to find, what you thought accentuated your wrinkles, okay, is hyperpigmentation in there. And taking care of those See, all these are faint little freckles, which give me a shadow and accentuates my wrinkles. Look at that. Look at the difference. Okay. I get a little excited, I know. Love it. See, this one is a little faint. Now I'm using natural light at a window right now. So that's not typical when I'm working, it's dark. So I am using bathroom lighting to get mine done, but my bathroom lighting is a white light. Okay? Daylight bulb. That's what most of us are going to get ready by. Most of us are not going to have a ring light. Ring lights don't really do well put makeup on either because it casts sometimes too much. But typically we're going to be in the bathroom putting on our makeup with regular bathroom lighting. And if you just change your bulbs to daylight and make sure they're not coming down this way or up this way and just come on forward. So in my bathroom, it comes from down, but it reflects into the mirror. So I get close and the light bounces back on my face. Makes it so quick and easy, because sometimes if you have too much light, you're looking at too many details and you spend too much time on things that don't matter. All right, this little right here gives me, see how it drops down my eye because there's a blue dot. It's a vein that starts there and it goes up. So I'm just going to use some orange, O1, and I'm just going to touch in the tiny spot. Now look, see how that's, okay, either that's the wrong color or is too much product. So you can either touch it with your finger, there you go. You can touch it with your finger or flip it away with the other end of the brush. Look at that. See how this looks a lot less wrinkly because of that. Okay, right in here, I have some hyperpigmentation, so I'm going to use the red orange because it's in my cheek color and I want to build some of that red in my cheeks to give me a natural flush color. So I'm using the red orange of those that are on top of that cheek, or not on top of the cheek color, but where the cheek color began. See how quick? So I use red, orange, and all of those that were in the cheek area. Now look, there is, and that one is, I want to use just the cheek color that I used that has orange in it because that's like a shadow. Do you see that right there? I probably should just use orange. Yes. Scars, a pore. That's a scar. All right, now I'm going to come back right here. See how that right there looks kind of muddy? So I am just going to use red orange again because there's freckles there. It's darker. So from beginning to end, if I'm not talking and I'm just touching my color, I would say, now do you see how that kind of, I do have a spot of red. So what cancels red is green. So I'm going to go to my green yellow color. See how that's too much? Either flip it away or touch it with your finger like that. All right, I'm going to do my nose right here. I got some of that green on my brush and I wanted to show you if it's the wrong color, it looks kind of pasty. All right, So now I'm going to go, and that, I don't know if it shows up, that does look really pasty like ash. So I'm gonna pull that off, and in here, broken capillaries, blue, has shadow because it's in the crevice. See how that's a shadow? So it really makes it look deeper than what it is. So I'm going to use yellow orange in here where all those little broken capillaries are. Plus there's a couple of freckles in there that make it a little darker. I do not want to get rid of my freckles, all of them. It's impossible. So with Demi, it's about you're allowing some things on your skin to show. And once you take care of the excess, okay, look, I looked away, looked back, and totally happy with it. Okay, now this is really pink, but I'm not going to smear this all in this area. So that means there's just a darkest point that's pink, and it is. And once I go to that dark point, the rest of it disappears on its own. It's crazy how the light goes through our skin, but that's exactly what's taking place. There. Okay. Now I'm going to do my lips. I'm done. I'm happy with it. I hope that helped some. So if y'all have any questions about Demi, be sure to let me know. I'll take an after and I'll share it. If you want to be color matched for either one, you can go to yes.altheamatchme.com or you can just message me.